Kevin Holland, never shy about a quick paycheck, accepted his fourth scrap of 2025, tangling with Daniel Rodriguez in New Orleans. Holland claims he's gunning for Cowboy Cerrone activity, chasing 6 fights in 12 months before December. One City North, UFC 319, just stapled a welterweight slugfest onto its August slate. Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal, 2 hitters with a combined 50 knockdowns between them, and 0 interest in judges. Alexander Volkanovski never met a short-notice fight he didn't like, until the headaches wouldn't fade. Weeks removed from his icy nap against Ilia Topuria, he hopped on Demetrius Johnson's podcast and confessed something few former champs dare say out loud.
I feel like I had more of a concussion from the Islam one.
Yeah,
even though I was knocked out longer with Ilia, I had a lot more of the symptoms than that with the Islam one. So I probably should have had
I
more
think the
of a
protocol is 90 days, no contact whatsoever.
Yeah.
So
I didn't have like head contact, but then when you're easing into it, now you're easing into it, making sure you're not getting hit.
Yeah, but
putting yourself in safer, trying to put yourself in safer positions.
Yeah.
You even start camp wrong. I should have had the break.
The Islam Makhachev knockout messed him up worse. Not longer out cold, just deeper, nastier symptoms. He couldn't even drill light sparring without the room doing somersaults. Even so, Volk told himself, 11-day camp? Perfect. More dangerous. That warrior brain chemistry sold him a bill of goods. His post-Ilia camp started wrong and ended worse. The revelation isn't just personal, it's a flashing red light for every contender romanticizing quick turnarounds. Self-belief is gasoline, but concussions are silent brakes, and sometimes the crash lands long after the applause dies. Then there's Jon Jones, king of the fast U-turn. 2 weeks after declaring he'd tasted retirement and liked it, Bones slipped back into the drug testing pool. Michael Bisping's podcast theory? Jones sobered up.
Is that really what's going on? Is it just the fact that they're going to do a fight at the White House, or has something else changed? The fact that he's re-entered the testing pool means he's not messing around, okay? I don't think a location, all jokes aside, I don't think a location like the White House or anywhere on planet Earth is going to be enough to influence his decision. I think it's something much deeper. I think it's him just kind of realizing and coming back and being around his team and thinking, you know what? I've still got something to give. I've still got something to prove to the world. I have still got to show Tom Aspinall that I can beat him. He walked away from the sport. That's not a good look. And maybe that is what has been eating away at him inside ever since he told the UFC, I'm going to walk away.
The sport moves on without permission and felt that itch only live violence can scratch. Jones has never been bothered by trolls, but hearing ducked Tom Aspinall from every corner of Twitter probably stewed. Re-entry into the testing pool means late 2025 eligibility. Perfect timing if Dana convinces President Trump to greenlight the rumored White House extravaganza. Imagine that press conference backdrop. Rose Garden, Marine Band, and Jon Jones promising diplomatic immunity for elbows. That feeds right into Daniel Cormier's sudden panic about the White House card. Trump wants fireworks on the South Lawn next July 4th, but Cormier ran the math.
I was like, oh my God, it's exciting. Then I started to think, well, for him to just come to a fight, all the hoops that we go through as people that work for the company, right? They're in the Secret Service is in the arena the day before. We all have to do so many other things, background checks and all these things because the president's going to be there, as we should. Imagine trying to put 25,000 at the White House. They're going to go through all those steps for all those people. I think that we as a country can do whatever we want. America. Whew, you know I love it. I love my red, white, and blue chill. I don't know that the effort it will take to make that happen is going to be worth the squeeze almost. I just don't know. And it's going to be outside in July. It gets hot. It gets hot in Washington in July.
Beyond Patriot optics, DC rattled off real logistics. Secret Service sweeps, weight cuts near Situation Room, and that one intern who will accidentally wander into the locker room because Google Maps said East Wing. Yet heavyweight hope springs eternal for one man, Derrick the Black Beast Lewis. Fresh off Nashville prep, Lewis flat out said his only path to beat Tom Aspinall is a knockout, and he wouldn't want it any other way. What am I gonna do, tap him with a triangle?
I don't know how much you've watched of Tom Aspinall, but do you think that would be a better matchup for you than maybe DC or Gone?
Yeah, I believe so.
You'd knock him out.
That's all I could do, man. What do you think I'm gonna do? Tap him out with a submission or something?
I don't know. We could see you pull it off. you got some tricks up
No,
your sleeve.
I'm just looking to knock guys out. I'm not looking to do nothing else. Every punch I'm throwing, I'm trying to knock the head off. I'm not trying to waste anything.
And that's why you're the main event on Saturday.
Well, I guess that's a good thing.
He laughed. Lewis is a realist. He's a puncher's puncher and proud. Across divisions, feel-good prospect Joshua Van told Ariel Helwani he still lives with his mom because dad passed in 2017 and I'm the man of the house.
Do you live with your mom?
I have to. It's gonna be me and my mom.
I love that. So is that your choice? Is there a reason why you want to live with her, be so close to her?
Yeah, you know what I mean? My dad passed away in 2017, so I'm the only man in the house, so you know what I mean? I gotta take care of my mom.
What does she think of all this success that you're having?
She's very happy, you know what I mean? Like I said, she supported me since my first fight, you know what I mean? So without her, I would have never been here. So she just very, very happy, man. You know what I mean?
In a year drowning in headlines about money fights and stolen valor, Van's loyalty felt like a palate cleanser. A reminder some fighters punch their way out so family never struggles again. If Dana White insists UFC 318 is so badass, but a chorus of fans hears so bad. The July 19th PPV in New Orleans headlines Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier 3 for the BMF strap, a 5-round firefight almost guaranteed to deliver. Yet Instagram comment sections turned into a roast. Really bad pay-per-view, one user snarled, pointing to veteran Michael Johnson still clinging to main card real estate in 2025. Injuries have yanked Gunnar Nelson and Ikram Aliskerov, leaving the undercard taped together with late replacements. Holloway himself keeps begging to be deleted from featherweight rankings, calling his number 1 spot ridiculous because he's never cutting to 145 again. The irony? The same rankings Dana defends to sell fights now expose how paper-thin some divisions feel. Love it or hate it, 318 is locked, and $20 says it ends up trending number 1 on Fight Night. If only so everyone can meme the results. But the week's Ross confession belongs to Tim Kennedy, and no, it didn't come inside a cage. The retired middleweight and decorated Green Beret finally admitted what watchdog vets had alleged for years. He never earned a bronze star with valor. In a 600-word Instagram grovel, Kennedy wrote, "I want to take full and unequivocal responsibility for a serious mistake. Over the years, I made public statements and gave interviews in which I unintentionally misstated aspects of my military service. Most notably, I implied directly or indirectly that I had been awarded the Bronze Star with valor. That is not true, and there is no excuse for it. I never received that honor, and I deeply regret ever suggesting otherwise. That kind of recognition is sacred. It represents extraordinary courage under fire, acts that risk or cost lives. To those who truly earned it, and to their families and brothers in arms, I offer my sincere and direct apology. If you made it this far, you're the fan who loves the sport. Smash that like, slam subscribe for daily deep dives, and drop a comment. Which bombshell blindsides us next? The octagon lights may fade, but the noise is just getting started.